Hi friends, this is Annette of AnnetteLeonard.com, back again with another moment for chronic wellness. Thanks for joining me. So years ago, as a sign language interpreter, I had the honor and pleasure of interpreting for His Holiness the Dalai Lama of Tibet. And he said many things that were illuminating and interesting and over my head. And one of the messages that has stuck with me throughout these years was his message that if we want our nations to disarm, if we want the proliferation of nuclear weapons to decrease, that disarmament starts at home. That disarmament starts in our heart. And what does that mean, right? What does that mean? And for me, that means that if I want my nations to stop being at war, our nations to stop being at war, then I need to seek ways to mend hurt, bridge disagreement, continue conversations, stop fights before they happen. That it's not, so much about whether or not you're a gun owner or not, although perhaps that's a factor, but more so, how am I embodying practices of love and principles of disarmament? And if I am not, then how can I actually expect my nation or other nations to be doing so? And I think that message is resonating strongly for me right now around these questions of bias. And you've heard me use really loaded language over the last couple of days, meaning I am choosing to talk about white supremacy, not something more comfortable like white privilege or bias, or even racism. And that's very intentional, and that might be off-putting or triggering or really frustrating for some of you. And I want to say today that disarmament starts with me, and that the more I can become less defensive, less fragile, less tentative, less uncertain about race, my own role in white supremacy and bias. And the more each of us can do that, the more chance we have for creating a different society. Thanks for being here. I welcome your comments and questions. And until we're together again, I hope that your spirit, your soul, is finding ways to be well.